At this moment, I would like to take an opportunity to honor the survivors that we have here today. So just either standing up, if you can, how many people here have been diagnosed within the last 3 months? Please rise. Please remain standing. How many, yes? How many people have been diagnosed 6 months ago and are still fighting their brain tumor today, are still here? One year after diagnosis and are still here. 2 years after diagnosis and are still here. Please rise. 3 years after diagnosis. 4 years after diagnosis. 5 years. 6 years. 7 years. 8 years. 9 years. 10 years. 11 years. 12 years. 13 years. 14 years. 15 years. 16 years. 17 years. 18? Anyone here for 20 years? That's right, you'll be here. Is there anyone here that has been diagnosed for more than 20 years and is still here? Please rise. How many years? 25 years. Well, I want you to take a really good look around. Statistics can be broken. Never ever stop believing that you're the one that's going to make it. You are all here standing, living proof that hope exists. At this time, I would like to call upon some long-term survivors that we have at the Central New Jersey Brain Tumor Support Group, who are going to share their experience about what has their brain tumor diagnosis taught them about life. The first speaker that I would like to call upon is Mr. Mark Canright. He's a 9-year survivor. He's from Asbury, New Jersey. Mark owns a farm and promotes healthy living, and we adorably call him Farmer Mark. One of the things that I love about Mark is that during our Christmas parties at the Central New Jersey Brain Tumor Support Group, he always comes in with all these bags of delicious veggies and pak choi to share with the group. And I would like to please give a warm welcome for Farmer Mark.
Mark Canright here. 9 years, 15 days, 6 hours, 27 minutes, 3 seconds since I woke up in the hospital. What have I learned from a brain tumor is best summed up Humor is life. Laughing is good for you. This has been well documented in scientific studies, and you can easily give yourself this cure. Just expose yourself to funny books, funny movies, Comedy Central on the cable channels, Funny Times newspaper, the Onion newspaper, whatever makes you laugh. Do it. Just do it. And even better than exposing yourself to that kind of humor, generate some humor yourself. You can do this by invent new words, definitely make fun of your spouse and family members in loving and gentle ways. And yes, emails, the comedy of daily life. Anything. It's creative, it's good, laughing is good for you. Do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Next, I would like to introduce to you Bruce Blount from New Egypt, New Jersey. He's a 14-year survivor. Bruce supports our brain tumor family by leading the Adult Ependymoma online support group and is a key leader in the Monmouth and Ocean County, New Jersey brain tumor support group. Please, Bruce, will you please come to the podium? Yes, I'd like you to talk.
I was good at getting a brain tumor, but I'm not so good at speaking. So bear with me. Before I get started or whatever, I want everybody to know that Dr. Landolfi has done a lot. Being that I'm a facilitator of the Adult Ependymoma group, online group. Weekly, we send him questions, and he sends back answers. And he's done that for maybe, I'm guessing 3 years, something like that. But anyway, I appreciate that. Getting back to what I'm supposed to be talking about. I just forgot. It's going to be real quick. I got 2 things to say. First thing is the diagnosis of brain tumor does not equate to a death sentence. So the next thing is enjoy your life. Farmer Mark said it the best. Enjoy yourself. And I like to remind everybody that you've only got seconds left to live. It may be 100 billion seconds, but it's still seconds. And you better not waste one of them. So that's all I got to say.
Next, I would like to introduce Victor Villela. He's from Westfield, New Jersey. He's a 3-year GBM survivor. He was one of my colleagues who went with me to Brain Tumor Action Week in DC to lobby for HR 653, which is the National Childhood Brain Tumor Prevention Network. Victor, will you please come to the podium? And look at him, he's got a swagger of a champion.
After being told that without surgery I only had 2 weeks to live, today, 3 years later, I have learned a lot. Having a brain tumor has taught me the importance of a support net. Surround yourself with good people you know that know you, and you will be better off for it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes we just need it. little things don't matter. You will not remember them in a week from now or a year from now, so don't let them bother you. Live in today. Don't worry about tomorrow because it's not worth your energy. Laugh and laugh often. You may cry today, but it'll make you laugh on a rainy day or so. Hold on to good times. Laughter helps you get through the tough times, and most importantly, it helps you heal. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to also introduce Florence Mararcia. She's from Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey, and she's a 15-year survivor and still going strong.
The first thing I gotta say is that Mark is right, because if you ever look at the Reader's Digest, they have a page dedicated to jokes and humor, and it says, laughter, the best medicine. So you were so right, Mark. So I've learned a few things. I've learned you never take anybody or anything for granted, because they may not be there the next day. Always tell everyone that you love them before you leave them or hang up the phone. I love my husband back there who sees me, who's seen me through all this and put up with all my bitchiness and all crankiness and crying, and my daughter who can't make it today because she's home from college and her friends and social life is a little more important. But the biggest thing I've learned is that doctors don't know everything about surviving, because when I was diagnosed, my neurosurgeon told me that if I didn't start treatment the day before, I wouldn't be here for 18 months. Well, I've showed him I'm on my 182nd month of survival. And lastly, I just leave you with live, love, laugh, and never surrender.
I would also like to introduce to you David Beer and Diane Beer from Milltown, New Jersey. David is a 7-year survivor, and Diane is my teammate from Team McGraw. And I just wanted to let you know that, some gals, they can make, lemonade out of lemons. Well, this gal here, she makes lemon lime Gatorade and hits the pavement. I'm telling you, I don't even have kids or anything, and I ran my first New York City marathon, and this woman smoked me across the finish line half an hour early. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you David and Diane.
Thanks, Deb. One of the things that I would like everyone in this room to know is that you need to find yourself a really, really good support group. And I know that the support group that we have in Central New Jersey is exceptional. And I don't think that there's ever another support group that would even come anywhere near close to it. When I walk in that room and people will say to me, well, how can you run 26 miles? I walk into that room and I say, how can I not? Because I look at each one of you and I know what you're going through most of the time on a daily basis because I live it with David. And I think that you guys are really the ones who are the heroes. So some of the things that I would like you to take away from here today is what some of the things that were echoed earlier. Make sure that you have a sense of humor. Have a great support group. Talk to people. Love, live, and laugh.
I'm actually just up here for decorative purposes. We're just here to look at her. Who would want to look at this face? Look at that face. But I'd like to, what Diana said, we do need a good support group. I think we have the best support group going. Stan and Patty, come on, stand up. Take a bow. I'm also actually up here because my wife, and this is the God's honest truth, my wife, when she wants me to do something, she will sit there and she will bat her eyes at me. Oh, honey, please, please do this. I don't want to do this, honey. But she says, oh, go do this. And what Farmer Mark did say, I believe in laughter also, because I say, what fun is life if you cannot laugh? Because if you're not laughing, what are you doing? That's right. That's right. And I am also the king of really, really bad jokes. I played a joke on my wife a few years ago. I said, honey, I'm going to take you out to dinner. I know a really, really good Irish restaurant. So she takes a shower, puts on nice clothes. Where did I take her? McDonald's. As long as I laugh, that is all that matters. You like that? And here's another God's honest truth story. My wife, this woman does not cook if her life depended on it. So what does she do?
Thank you.
So what does she do? She goes out and remodels our kitchen $50,000 later. So what? So why? I could prepare her meals properly so she can go run these marathons. Oh, honey, I love you.
I'm glad somebody has to.
I try. We'll never know what happens tomorrow, but I really love you.
That's for today.
I'll love you tomorrow.
Okay.
And really, don't stop the laughter. Enjoy every minute of every day. Make sure you tell the one you love the most, I love you. It doesn't hurt.
It's just so wonderful to see you all here, just coming here and getting access to all the information. You know, I wish something like a conference like this had existed when my sweetheart Jimmy was diagnosed back in 2005. It's such an exciting time right now. So many new drugs that are more available, longer life expectancies, having our support groups. You know, Jimmy, he had passed away in December of 2007. He fought long and hard for 2 years against his GBM. Unfortunately, he grew into the fourth ventricle, and there weren't too many options available for us. You know, he was adorably known in the community as Sergeant Superfang. And there are a lot of things that I learned from this brain tumor diagnosis. You know, I'm not going to stand here and be able to tell you, you know, which drugs are going to work better. Some drugs will work better than others. And I can't stand here before you and let you know whether or not the tumor is going to shrink on the MRI or not. But after being with a champion for 12 years, there's one thing that I can tell you. I can tell you how to win. Do not allow the brain tumor to take away your joy and your purpose for living. It didn't earn it. You existed way before this brain tumor came along. This brain tumor was an uninvited guest. Do not allow it to take away your passion for living. Live well every day. Live your life the best every day. One of the things that Jimmy used to tell me, and it's funny because reporters used to always ask him, you know, what has dying of brain cancer taught you about yourself? And he would correct them right away, and he said, excuse me, I play USTA tennis, I still win my matches. I'm not dying of brain cancer, I'm living with brain cancer. Whether you have 50 years, 5 days, 5 minutes, you have to live your best life anyway. Time is irrelevant. Live your best life every day. Another thing that I have learned from the brain tumor diagnosis that I know that all caregivers will understand is that you learn how to truly love someone completely. You know, a lot of people, you know, doctors don't tell you that, you know, when your sweetheart's on Decadron, they're not a really nice person at sometimes. and they don't come with any return policy, so you're pretty much stuck with them. I learned that love is not just finding the person that you can live with. It's finding the person that you just don't want to live another day without. I feel that God put Jimmy on this earth just for me, just so that I can love him. And I am grateful that Jimmy found his place in this world before he had to leave it. I've come to the conclusion in life that we can finish ourselves in two ways. We can either rust or shine. In Guyana, where I come from, we cook with these really large copper pots. And a copper pot, that's never used, what happens to it? It rusts. But a pot that's used often, and when you cook with it, it will wear down until it shines. Just like in life. If you just get up every day, you take things for granted, you just merely exist, just getting by in life. You can make those choices. Or you can be like Jimmy, give everything of yourself. Everything. Live life passionately every single day. Share who you are with the world. And wear yourself out until you shine. I'm going to let you in on a secret. There's a very simple test to find out whether or not your mission on earth is finished. If you're still alive, it isn't. You still have a lot of work to do. You fight for all the good things in life. You fight for those moments of laughter, all those dates that you have with your wife, the time that you spend with your children, the time that you have to yourself and relax in your hobbies. You fight for the things that you want in life because it's a good life and it's worth living. Now, we will accept the diagnosis, but we will fight that prognosis. The mission is remission. And as you progress and move forward on this journey, look around and know that we are all fighting the same battle, and you are not alone. Thank you for coming here and sharing all your stories.